gonna do great.
Okay.
All
Hi,
right.
I'm Aubrey Dunn. I'm in 7th grade. This project took me about 55 hours or so, maybe a bit less than that, to complete. And this is about medicinal plants. My driving question is, how were medicinal plants used traditionally and how are they used like today? So I'll be comparing those. The first question is, how did people learn about medicinal plants? It wasn't really recorded, so no one really knows, but it's rumored that people either watched sick animals and how they behaved and what they ate, or they heard about it through stories told by other people who knew. Here are some examples of how people learned. Paintings can tell them how to use them and what to use. And a lot of birds put herbs in their nest to prevent their chicks from getting bacterial illnesses and stuff, so they can look at the birds and see what they use. The second question is, who were the first people to use medicinal plants? It has been recorded that they've been used for thousands of years, all the way up to 2000 BC, I think. But there's no exact proof of when it originally started. Although China was the very first country to have guidelines on how to properly use medicinal plants, so they can be considered the first people to use them. Here's a map of where it is believed they were used first. So there's China, India, and Egypt. I think India was the second country to have guidelines, and Egypt was the third or so. The third question is, can medicinal plants be invasive? And there are very many medicinal plants that are invasive, and a lot of them are some of the most used medicinal plants in the world. And some medicinal plants that are invasive can even help the environment. Like purple loosestrife has a ton of flowers that bees can pollinate to make honey, and it can clean chemicals out of the water. In Japanese knotweed, you can use almost the entire plant, either edibly or medicinally. The last question is, how are medicinal plants used today? At least 40% of modern medicine can contain at least one ingredient derived from nature, and herbalists use a lot of techniques that were first used. And there has been a recent increase in herbal supplements and herbal medicine. You can see this graph here is you can see how much it has increased, the sales in herbal supplements from 2000 and to 2020, and this is just for the US. Here are my sources, and thank you for watching. Any questions?
Do you think that medicinal medicine is more effective than the ones that are used more commonly around the world?
Probably not. However, it is better for some people to have stuff straight from nature than being processed in labs. Declan?
So have you used any of herbal medicines before?
Actually, yes. I use a lot of herbal medicines in tea, and it doesn't work as effectively as some medicines, but it's good to have it on hand right away. Gavin?
If it's okay to ask, what inspired you to do this project?
Actually, I just needed health credit and decided that this would be a really easy project to do. Eden?
Do you know if, or do you know when they started using more traditional modern medicine instead of herbal medicine?
No, I do not. It kind of just slowly changed from herbal medicine into the new modern medicine, but now it's kind of changing back into herbal medicine. There has been a very big increase in the number of people that use herbal medicine now. Abigail?
Going off of what he said, do you know what like the reason why there's an increase in herbal medicine, considering that other medicines are more popular and effective?
No, I do not. I think it's just reaching more people now because of like the internet. So they're trying that instead of maybe like modern medicine. Mr. Froome?
What was your favorite part about doing this project?
Probably the invasive medicinal plants. That was really fun to look at. Eden?
Do you know if there are any increased health risks to people who exclusively use herbal medicine instead of modern medicine?
I don't think so, unless they have like an allergy to it that they don't know of. I don't think there's very many risks. Declan?
I don't know if this question is asked already, but would you prefer medicinal plants or the modern medicine more?
Honestly, like I would use like herbal medicines and tea because I hate doctors and stuff. But that's just me.
All right. Thank you very much, Aubrey.